everybody. Welcome to today's NorthXshow Quickie. For those of you who are new to the Quickie, my name is Rod. I drive a truck for a living, and I record a video blog here while I drive. Mainly it's been a lot about politics, but and it will be today as well with the election just a few days away. Coming to you today from Highway 13 in the state of North Dakota. I am actually westbound, just a few miles outside of Wyndmere, North Dakota. Today I want to talk to I want to talk to everybody, but I want to talk to a specific group of people. And that group of people are the single issue voters on both sides of the aisle. Now, for those of you who've been listening to this stuff that I've been doing here for a while, you know I'm a pretty conservative guy. I don't call myself a Republican, but I do call myself a conservative. And I'll start with the people on my side of the aisle first, and that would be the pro-life people. Now, I too am pro-life. I believe that life begins at conception. That's my personal belief. But I'm also pro-choice. And you might be saying, well, how could you be pro-life and pro-choice? Well, I'm pro-choice because I hope the choice is for people to choose to have the kid, to choose life. The law of the land right now is abortion is legal. And as long as that's the case, I have to abide by the law of my land. So, I don't want to get into a whole subject on abortion, but just to lay the groundwork for where I'm coming from so you know what my stance is on it. I hope the choice is for life. With that said, there are people on my side of the aisle that will absolutely ignore certain candidates, whether it's local or federal, whatever, based on the fact of whether they're pro-life or pro-choice. Now, to me, you're being a fool. Because if you go into that particular candidate's stance on a number of other things besides the abortion issue, there are probably tons of things that you would disagree with that person on. Even a pro-life candidate that you think is, well, he's pro-life, I'm going to vote for him. Well, you know what? He's probably against things that you're for and for things that you're against. Why? Because we're all individuals. So why would you hang your hat? Why would you throw a candidate who actually could do some good for this country or for your state, your city, whatever, based on that one single issue? And on the other side of the aisle, some of you are exactly that same mindset in reverse. You will absolutely not vote for somebody who is pro-choice. You will absolutely cast them aside. That to me, that makes no sense. Yes, it should play into it. Yes, it should be a part of your of what you're considering when you're going to vote for people. But should that really be the thing that you live and die by when you're going to vote for somebody? A single issue? Because there's got to be tons of single issues that person is either for or against that you don't agree on. But just this one issue. Now, I understand for those who believe that life starts at conception that it's a pretty big thing. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that. But at the same time, it's the law of the land. I get a little bit perturbed with people on my side of the aisle to the extent that they will go as far as some of the protests. You're not changing people's minds. You're really not most of the time. You're in my opinion, just my opinion, you're making you're polarizing more than anything. I would hope that people come to that conclusion on their own. Since I am pro-life, I would hope that people will come to that conclusion and see what I see. And if they don't, then that'll be taken care of whenever. If they're, if you don't believe in God, if you do believe, but if you believe in God like I do, that will be, you'll give an account for that. And if you don't, then you got nothing to worry about. Now, on the other side of that, some of you ladies out there are absolutely so concerned with your vaginas, it's absolutely ridiculous. The things that I see on Facebook and the internet, and the things I hear on the radio on some of the liberal shows that I listen to, it's astounding to me. I would swear to God that some people on the left think that the only thing that matters is a woman's reproductive system. That's it. There is nothing outside of that. You live and die by that one thing. And to be honest, the way it sounds to me like some of you on the left think that all women want to do is constantly have sex, okay, and then not take any precautions from getting pregnant, so they're not personally responsible, and then have the right to have an abortion, and then have the right to have it paid for by the government. That's what I hear. That's what you want on the left. So again, single issue voters, I think you're fools. I think that you are. If you're doing that, you're shortchanging the country. In my opinion, you're making an issue out of something that, yes, should be a part of it, but you shouldn't live and die by it. Just my opinion, my 2 cents, right here on the NorthXshow Quickie. I want to know what you think. northernexposureshow@gmail.com. That's the email address, and you can always comment right here on Facebook. Tonight, 9 o'clock, Friday night, it will be the Northern Exposure Show live, taking your phone calls and anything you want to talk about. www.northxshow.com is where you can watch and listen. The chat room will be open. I hope you join us there and maybe weigh in on this subject as well. All right, that's going to do it for today. We'll see you next week, hopefully. And thanks for listening.